welcome back to the vlog. Today is another good day. So, first off, I feel like shit. Not because I'm sick or anything, because I ate too much food last night and I am bloated and just holding on a bunch of unnecessary, unwanted weight. I decided to make burgers last night from scratch, and I'm not good at portioning shit out. So I actually weighed them out, 8-ounce burgers. Now you think, okay, one burger is good enough. No. I had to have two because I was hungry. I've been hungry for 6 weeks. Why would all of a sudden I give in to my cravings? So I had basically 2 dinners last night. 2 complete meals last night because I had no willpower yesterday. I was just so hungry and I've been dehydrated, and then I ended my night with a 20-ounce Gatorade Zero for no reason whatsoever, because I was like, you know what, I'm thirsty. I just chugged it real quick. So I'm not feeling too hot right now, but all that's going to change today, because today we have a fun day, a day that I was actually looking forward to for quite some time. Yes, my wife is still out of town. Gigi's still here with me. It's just me and her. But today is a double workout. I got to go hit the weights and do shoulders and arms. I'll explain later, or in a little bit, why I'm doing a whole shoulders and arms day instead of not doing shoulders and arms like I said in the last video, or 2 videos ago. But then, this afternoon after work, I get my first FTP test of this training block. Now this is a big deal for me because I want to know, did my FTP improve since the last time we took it? And the last time we took it was like 8 weeks before St. George would have been. And I didn't get a chance to see how that all would have played out. So since I got home from St. George and I've been in the weight room and I've been hitting my numbers, my power numbers really well, it's time to see how the FTP has actually improved, if at all. So I'm hoping that gives me some good numbers this afternoon. But first we got to hit shoulders and arms. Then we got to work. And then this afternoon we'll hit the FTP test and figure out if we're progressing the right way. So that's what's on tap today. We are just about 13 weeks from race day. I think we're like 93 days from today is race day. So we are getting close, and it's coming quick. I mean, we started 17 weeks, so we're down to 13. So we're 4 weeks in already. It's time to see what all this ass kicking that Dom has been giving us, because I've been doing some pretty good workouts this week. But it's time to see exactly if it's paying off the way it's supposed to. So I'm gonna go finish getting ready for the gym. Then I'm gonna head to the garage and do shoulders and arms. All right, so I just finished my pre-workout, but I'm waiting for it to kick in. I'm dragging my feet a little bit just because I'm a little extra today. But this week has been super interesting. Never has a week had a course of events, a series of events that have gone like this for me. So Sunday, I went for my run like normal. Phone in my pocket on the side of my shorts. Kenzie was calling me, so I was talking to Mackenzie. Everything was good. I got home from my run Sunday night, and I took my shower, and it said it wouldn't recognize my Face ID, which means I had to unlock my phone with the passcode every single time I wanted to use it. I was kind of pissed off about it, but I figured maybe it's just some weird glitch, so I was, rebooting, just turning it off, turning it back on. The typical troubleshooting for a phone, for an iPhone. Got home, and I started looking up a little bit more, so I ended up resetting my entire phone, thinking that would work, because, there was other people with issues with that. And it didn't. It just set my phone back to normal. So now all my apps logged themselves out, and I had to log back in all these apps, but I couldn't because most of the passwords were stored and used my Face ID, which I couldn't use anymore. So Monday, I went down to Verizon, went to drop the phone off. They didn't. Of course, they don't ever have any of the 256 gig iPhones in stock, so you have to order them. So I ordered it Monday night. It came in yesterday, Thursday. So I've been Tuesday, Wednesday, and most of Thursday without a phone, and my phone quickly deteriorated from just not having to log in to then it wouldn't like use like a section of the screen, and then the screen started while I'm in the Verizon store, the screen starts having this little electronic seizure. It worked, but I couldn't use the screen. I couldn't see the screen. By Monday night, the screen had deteriorated to the point where it just didn't light up. But it was still on because when I would get in my car, my music would play. I could hear the alerts from like the Ring app and all those things. It was really, really weird. But I went like 3 days being disconnected from the world. But I can say, as of yesterday, I am now the owner of a 13 Pro Max iPhone. So I'm excited to get back to taking my workout pictures, because like, how do you prove that you worked out if you couldn't post a picture on social media? So people think I just took 4 days off of working out, and now I get to go back and prove that, hey, I'm still here. It's just the rapid deterioration of that phone just blew my mind. So hopefully this one sticks around for a little bit. I'm probably going to avoid taking it on runs for a while. But damn, like, I've never had a phone kill itself like that. But it is right now about almost 7:15. I should be in the garage in about 5 minutes or so. And then we're going to go through shoulders, biceps, and triceps. And I'm going to explain why I'm doing a whole day dedicated to accessory movements, when I said a couple videos ago that you don't need to do these as a triathlete. I know, I feel like I'm contradicting myself, but I'm not at the same time. All right, so we are finally in the garage. It's just around 7:30. We have the workout queued up, ready to go. It is shoulders and arms. Yes, it's accessory movements, but when I said you shouldn't spend a whole day on accessory movements, you don't need to, I meant like a whole day on biceps and triceps. This is a combination of shoulders, biceps, triceps all together, because when we entered week 7 of this program, he changed up the muscle groups that you're working. So instead of working muscle groups that work together, right, like chest, triceps, shoulders, we're working opposing muscle groups. So Monday we did chest and back. Tuesday was just legs instead of back and biceps. So we're not doing chest, tris, back, bis. So we had to take those triceps, biceps, and shoulders and combine them all into one day. So that's today. And then the next workout would have been total body hit, which I'm not doing this week or next week, because I feel like I've got enough cardio, and with this week being super intense on intervals and strength and stuff like that, I don't really need the hit training per se. I can get away with not doing total body hit. So we're gonna knock out shoulders and arms real quick. It's only gonna be like 9 sets of each movement, so of each muscle group. All right, so 9 sets of each muscle group, done. It's 39 minutes. We're gonna knock out some core and get done. So here we go, and enjoy the workout. workout is done officially. Let me put this down and stop my watch. So it took me 41 minutes or so because I was moving the camera around, talking in between sets. But I burned about 289 calories. Not bad for just lifting weights, no cardio. And it was small muscle groups, so it wasn't like chest, back, or legs where I'm really incorporating a lot of muscle, you know, primary movers and secondary movers and stabilizers. With shoulders, biceps, and triceps. So not a bad workout. So I just finished core, just finished stretching. I'm gonna go get ready, you know, log into work, start doing some work. I have a couple meetings early in the day, but then my afternoon kind of frees up a bit. And then we will be back in here probably around between 2 and 4 to knock out this FTP test. And I imagine it'll be over 100 degrees in the garage by then, since I think today's high outside is supposed to be 99. So it'll be fun, it'll be hot, but we're gonna put on Ironman 3 because we're watching the whole Infinity Saga. Every time we're on the bike, we just watch more of it. I got about 15 minutes into Ironman 3 yesterday on the bike. I am moving right through that whole series. It'll be over before I know it, and then so will this prep. But I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna dry off. I'm gonna change to some dry clothes. I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna come back in here a little bit later when I'm carbed up, when I'm fueled up, ready to go, and knock out this FTP test to see how strong my legs have gotten. Have they maintained? Are they still at 285, or did they go lower than 285 for wattage? So we'll see. Today I'm genuinely curious because I don't have a clue. I don't even have a clue how to judge where my FTP would be. So anyway, I'm rambling. I gotta go. I'll see you later. Every day, these guys come visit me at work, and all they want is attention, but half the time I can't give it to them. So stop biting my finger. But it's a slow day so far, so they get morning loves today. Alright, so it's 10 o'clock, 10:05 right now. First meal of the day, and I'm going to break down all of this stuff in a full day of eating really soon. But just know this is my day. I've got egg whites, 1 egg, spinach, turkey meat on top of oatmeal, and covered in hot sauce. They were out of sriracha sauce when I went to the store. And then I've got a peanut butter fudge protein bar to just top off and give me some extra calories, especially after today's workout. And again, we are still trying to fuel up for a little bit later with the FTP test. So I'm gonna eat this. I got some work to catch up on. We're going into a phase at work where we have the ability to do maintenance on our networks because production is going to be shut down for the next couple weeks. It's a planned thing every year, and that's awesome because it gives me as a security guy and a lot of our networking guys the ability to go and do maintenance and updates on the things that we have to keep running all the time, so we can't risk a pause in the production line at all. So I'm going to eat this, answer some emails, fold some laundry, and then, I'll probably check back in at lunch or when I have something else to update. But again, I'm just trying to keep my legs active, keep them moving. They were feeling a little puffy last night because of the amount of carbs that I was intaking. My feet just felt fat. So it's good that they're not feeling fat anymore, but I'm trying to keep the water from gathering and just keeping them fresh for tonight's FTP test. So we shall see. I'm going to go enjoy this breakfast really quick, and I will check back in later. Currently it is 1:30 in the afternoon, or right before 1:30 in the afternoon. I have one more meeting that I have to attend, and then I can pretty much close up shop for the day and get ready for this FTP test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit in this meeting, and I'm going to carb up for this FTP test. Now, how am I going to carb up? Well, if you watched the last video, you'll recognize this chocolate muffin that I bought Gigi, that she put in the refrigerator and decided she didn't want to eat. So I'm going to eat it because you know what? I want the carbs, I want the calories, I want to be ready to go for this FTP test in probably by about 2:30, 3 o'clock. I'll be in the garage. Just got the alert on my phone that we're under a heat advisory, so I'm guessing the real field temperature, you know what? Let me just pull it up on the weather app. Cool. heat advisory until 7 p.m. So what's the temperature right now? So right now in Cantonment, Florida, it is 97 with a feel like 105 and 41% humidity. So it's not even like super humid out. It's just hella hot. Now, when I go in the garage for the FTP test, you'll see I guarantee temperatures are over 105, maybe 110 degrees in the garage. So we're going to open up the back door, let it cool off, or let the air kind of circulate for a couple minutes before we start. It is only a 1 hour workout, but I'm going to hydrate before. I'm going to have some water for the bike. So after that right before the 30 minutes of warm up is done, I can chug some hydration and then knock out the 20 minutes of hard effort. Should be fine as far as like how long, the rest of it, but I got to get there first. So I'm going to go ahead and carb up. I'm going to eat this muffin. I'm going to sit in this meeting. Then I'm going to get changed, get ready to go. So by 3 o'clock or so, hopefully, I can be in the garage ready to go. Maybe 3:30 at the latest, in the garage ready to go. Plus, I have an update on Mackenzie that I'll share as I'm getting ready to start this workout. So not a great update for Mackenzie, sorry boo, but it is an update on Mackenzie, who is in Pennsylvania, Northwest Pennsylvania right now, and she won't be there by tonight. It is about that time. We are about to knock out this FTP test, but we've been given a gift because it was 98 degrees outside with 107 degree or 105 degree feel, but only within the last hour has it started doing this. Oh shit. Anyway, you guys can hear it. It's raining. You can see on the driveway floor, it is raining. That is awesome because now it's 75 degrees outside. So once I opened this up, cool air started flowing in from the outside world. Plus I got my fan on, which is gonna help to circulate the air a little bit more, cool it down a bit for this FTP test. But the garage temperature right now is still at 100 degrees. Look at this. Boom, it is just under 100. So it's at 99 degrees right now in the garage. That is crazy hot. But again, because I have the outdoor open, or the garage door open, cool air is coming in. So it's gonna cool down by the end of this ride. I promise it probably won't be 100 degrees. And that's good. So my last FTP test, it put me at an FTP of 285 watts. I don't know, I don't even have the slightest clue what my FTP is gonna be after this one. I'm really curious, probably like anybody else that's really following me, what my FTP is going to be at the end of this test. I would love to see an increase. I don't necessarily care what the increase is. I don't care if it's 290, 295, or over 300. Give me 288, 289. Some kind of increase to say, yeah, dude, your legs are getting hella strong, and that's awesome. I don't have a strategy. It's the same test as we always get, so I'm just gonna 30-minute warm up, 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, I'm gonna go a little bit harder, and a little bit harder, and a little bit harder, until I max out, and hopefully I can hold those last 5 minutes at a high wattage. But I don't know. Either way, it's gonna suck. That's why I'm rocking the Embrace the Suck t-shirt right now, because I know it's gonna suck, and I'm about to embrace everything about this is gonna suck. Let me finish getting set up, and then while I'm on my 30-minute warm-up, I will talk to you about Mackenzie and what's going on with her up with Boston Crusaders, because it's not news that she wants to hear, but if you're an athlete, you'll totally understand. All right, so I'm all ready to go, but I want to give you the update on Mackenzie quick because I'm gonna watch at least another hour of Ironman 3 while I'm on this ride, and I didn't want to have to interrupt. Anyway, so a week ago, I don't know, I may have said this, I don't know. A week ago, she got hit doing a toss with her flag right here in the face, and she was diagnosed with a concussion. Okay, so she's been on rest and concussion protocol for the last week, but her symptoms keep getting a little bit worse, some of them. So they were like, you need to come home and go see a neurologist and figure out what's going on, right? They don't have the capacity to do that. Naturally, we don't have the means. We don't want to take her from there to here, then go back to wherever she is going to meet them on tour. So luckily, my in-laws, my mother-in-law and sister-in-law live close enough to where they can go get her. They're actually going to get her now. Her ride should be picking her up within the next 20 minutes or so, and then they're going to drive me back to my mother-in-law's house in Pennsylvania, where she's going to get an appointment with urgent. She's going to go to urgent care, and then they're going to do what they have to do to figure out what's wrong with her and why she's still. It could be a concussion still. It could be something worse than a concussion, or it could be, you know, the concussion's fine. She's healed from the concussion, but she's dealing with like dehydration and sleep deprivation and malnutrition and stuff like that. So we don't know what it is. It could be worse, could be better. Well, I'm still waiting to hear the update, but that is currently the update now as of 3:55 Central Time on Friday, June 24th. So I hope I hear something. I won't hear anything about her until tomorrow when she goes to urgent care, but at least she will get the opportunity to go and get seen by a doctor with a full-on medical facility, and that's that. So with that said, obviously prayers to Mackenzie that she gets better. By the time you guys see this video, she will understand what her diagnosis was, and I'll have an update in the next video. I'm gonna go ride now. I will see you at the end when I show you my FTP. Again, I'm hoping for up. I'm hoping it goes up, but you just never know. All right, so we're just finishing up now. Literally just stopped heading. So, pause the movie. I'm nervous because I don't think that went well at all. I'm gonna stop it. End ride. Save. You're gonna give me an FTP? Nope. That means I don't have a new FTP. So, all right, it is what it is. I'll have to figure out what the FTP is officially, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm kind of disappointed, but I'm not totally surprised. I mean, you know, if I had to say one thing that might have been an excuse, would be the gears. You know, the rear derailleur is off. It needs to be adjusted. I have not gotten to the bike shop yet because I never go more than a day without my bike. So I might just have to take it in Sunday if they're open and see if they can adjust it real quick. I don't think it'll be that big of a adjustment, or that long of an adjustment, but I know Sunday. If not Sunday, we'll have to look at it Monday, because I think Monday is just a swim. So I can drop it off or take it down to the bike shop and then pick it up Tuesday before I need it. So we'll see. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board and reevaluate that. I'm gonna clean up and I'll shower, and then I'll go over the specifics on the ride. The only thing I can think of, there's a FTP that I just didn't pop up on the screen. So kind of disappointed, but it is what it is. You know, maybe next time. So here's the thing that's pissing me off about this whole FTP thing. And I know I said, you know, it is what it is, but every Tuesday I do a power interval workout. And every Tuesday I'm pushing wattages of 390, 400 plus watts. You're going to tell me that my legs aren't stronger now than they were before St. George? You know, 8 weeks before St. George's FTP test. Like, I'm really kind of confused at that. I wasn't pushing this much wattage going into St. George, and my FTP was at 285, but all of a sudden lifting legs harder, heavier, and, you know, doing the hit to get me stronger and faster, and then doing these power workouts where I'm pushing 390 watts for 10, 12 intervals, and you're going to tell me I'm not stronger than I was? My average watts are going up on a regular basis, and you're just going to tell me that I have to, my FTP
stay the same or went down even? Because like it's telling me that like my peak period, that 20-minute period, like my water is only like 260. Like that doesn't make it 267 or something like that. That doesn't make no damn sense. You're gonna tell me I dropped 18 watts that in that period of time? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe coach will explain it when he looks at the data and he'll say it's right or it's accurate, but it just seemed like the trainer wasn't giving me the power that I know I can push. I was up in the saddle in the hardest gear I could put the bike in, standing up, hammering down on those pedals, and I don't think I hit 400 watts. You're going to tell me that I can hit 400 watts in the saddle in aero position doing intervals, but I couldn't in a lesser gear, but I couldn't hit 400 watts in the heaviest gear I got, standing up, dropping, pedaling as hard as I could? Something ain't right. Something doesn't smell right with this, and I'm hoping it's wrong. I mean, I really am. I want to do it again in a couple weeks. I made a comment that I want to do this again in a couple weeks, but we'll see. Either way, I'm going to go out with Gigi tonight. She wants to get out of the house, so we're going to go walk the mall for a little bit, probably grab something to eat while we're out there, and then come back, and then I got to start prep for tomorrow. So I'll see you when we get home. I'm not going to record while we're out. I will see you when we get home, because you can see what I'm doing for tomorrow's workout. We're back from the mall, and that means I got to prep for tomorrow's bike ride. I have a 3.5 hour bike ride to do tomorrow, so that means I gotta cook my food, and it means I gotta cook some more potatoes. So just put the pot on the stove to boil water. I'm gonna put the potatoes in there, and I'm gonna make my base hydro for my nutrition, or my hydration at least. It's a 3.5 hour ride. I usually do 1 bottle per hour, even though I only need one. It says 1 scoop per hour. Because I'm a heavy sweater and I've cramped on the run, I'd rather oversaturate with sodium and electrolytes than undersaturate with sodium and electrolytes. So I'm going to use 2 scoops per bottle, 3.5 bottles. And if I don't drink it all, I don't drink it all. I have a run the next day, which I'm going to need some water for anyway. So I'm going to use base hydro for that. Even though I should be using Gatorade for my runs, I have to order the Gatorade Endurance formula on Amazon so I can start adapting to the Gatorade Endurance on the runs, because that's what they have on the run course. So that's that. But yeah, so once these potatoes boil, I will partition them up into probably 2 bags. I might just throw them all in 1 bag with some butter, with some salt, put them away, get the hydro, put it away, and I got my honey stingers in there, and that's that. So another thing to go about the FTP test is the last thing I'm going to mention. I was talking to Pam, who you will meet in Chattanooga, unless I go down to Central Florida for a training weekend before that. Anyway, she was having issues with her bike. It wasn't ready. Her trainer wasn't registering the right power at some point, so she updated the firmware, said that kind of fixed her issues. I just updated the firmware on my bike, calibrated it with the app, so that should be a little bit more accurate, especially for tomorrow. I still have to go downtown probably either tomorrow afternoon or Sunday to take the bike and get it get the rear derailleur adjusted, because it is out of adjustment, out of alignment, and that's going to be a big deal, especially next week. So we're specific going forward, because I want to be a little bit more accurate with my rides. But yeah, I have tomorrow and Monday where I don't have any rides to do, so I can take it down to get it looked at, get it tweaked. It shouldn't take long, shouldn't be a big adjustment. Nothing's broken. It just I feel like I got bumped on the way home from St. George, and I didn't realize it until last week or the week before. So anyway, that's that. I'll be back to show you the final product for race day or bike ride nutrition, and we will end this video there. So see you in the next and final clip. All right, so that's the potatoes. 1 serving in this bag, 2 servings in this bag. All I did was I put a big scoop of butter, and then 1 scoop of salt per serving of potatoes. So in the 1 serving bag, there's 1 scoop. In the 2 serving bag, there's 2 scoops, and then I just mixed it up around a little bit, let the butter kind of melt a little bit, and just kind of saturate these potatoes. I'll let them sit in the refrigerator overnight, and then tomorrow morning I'll make the hydro. Again, all that is shaking stuff up and putting in a bottle. Yay! So that's the evening. That's the day. That's what happened today. You know, I'm still pissed off about the FTP test thing. I did the math, and it said if you do the whole look at the wattage, whatever, my FTP dropped down from 285 to a 255. So hopefully we get that recalibrated. We try that again in a couple weeks, because I really want to try that again in a couple weeks. Worst case, Dom might just say, you know what, leave it as is. We're not going to change anything. We're just going to keep on going. And once the bike is readjusted with the derailleur and the trainer has been recalibrated, and we could try again in a few weeks. You know, once the summer kicks off, we'll just keep on going as normal. Although he may want me to try again just so he can recalibrate the zones in the training plan, and we'll just go from there. So it sucks. I'm really disappointed. I only because I like seeing progress. Like, I hate seeing going backwards. But you know, sometimes you just can't control. You can't control it. So my legs might just be tired too, because I have not taken a day off since we started. So it's been almost 4 full weeks of just go with no rest days. You know, I mean, I'm always doing something with legs, whether it be running, biking, swimming, lifting, hit, so on and so forth. So maybe it's almost time for a day off. But like I said, I have days off coming in July where I'm just not going to be available for workouts. So maybe he's just trying to get in as much work as he can until those days come. July kind of sucks as far as training goes, so we're going to try to hit it as hard as we can. August is a little bit better. There's only 1 weekend in August. Actually, I think there's 2 weekends in August that we're not going to be able to train. But then once that happens, once the second weekend in August is done, it's just, and I'm still going to run when I go away on those trips. It's just not to the level of what I would do if I were home. And then September, you know, once the second week of August is done, we're only a couple weeks away from peak week, so I'm not going anywhere at all after that. So we have a few weeks left. We have time to improve and keep on improving. We'll just go from there. Right now, I'm a little pissed off. Tomorrow I'll be fine. You know, let me sulk on this tonight and get over with it. So I'm gonna end the episode here. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Comment below what you liked, if you want, what you want to see going forward. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you supporting. Talk shit if you want. I know we have a couple guys on the team that we're starting to get that little trash talk going. So that's always fun. Makes life a little bit interesting when it comes to racing. So it's not just like you going at it. Now we have a team competition. So I'm going to end this here. I'll see you in the next episode.